This is where technology meets testimony, where memory meets mission, where the voice becomes vision. Let me put you up.
Welcome, everyone, to the Me and Theresa podcast. I am Gerard Barnes, an entrepreneur, creative visionary, storyteller, and the founder of the Family Legacy Plan. For years, my work has focused on helping people turn meaningful ideas, personal experiences, and family stories into something that can continue making an impact. The Family Legacy Plan is very personal to me because I understand what it feels like to lose someone you love and later realize there were still questions you wanted to ask, conversations you wanted to have, and words of encouragement you wanted to hear again.
And I am Theresa Harris. I am a Medicare specialist, licensed insurance broker, and the owner of Yes We Can Insurance. My work allows me to sit with individuals and families as they make important decisions concerning healthcare, insurance protection, final expenses, and their future. Those conversations have shown me that families prepare for many financial situations, but they do not always prepare to preserve the emotional history, personal wisdom, and voice of the people they love.
That is exactly why we are having this conversation today.
Today, we are taking a closer look at the Family Legacy Plan, what it is, what problem it solves, how it works, and why families should consider preserving their stories before those stories are lost.
Because a family should be left with more than paperwork, photographs, and an obituary.
Gerard, let us begin with the problem. When someone important in a family passes away, what is the family usually left with?
In most cases, they are left with photographs, some personal belongings, maybe a few saved voicemail messages, and an obituary.
And the obituary usually becomes the official summary of that person's life.
Yes, but think about what an obituary actually is. It is a piece of paper containing names, dates, family relationships, and a short description of someone's life. It may be read during the funeral, passed around to relatives, and then placed inside a drawer, a box, a family Bible, or a photo album.
And after some time passes, younger family members may not have any emotional connection to that piece of paper.
Exactly. They may see a name, but they do not hear the voice. They do not see the smile. They do not experience the laughter, personality, expressions, humor, wisdom, or love of the person.
So the problem is not that an obituary has no value.
Correct. An obituary has value, but it cannot preserve the complete human experience. It tells you that someone lived. It does not always allow you to experience who that person truly was.
And that is a major difference.
A very major difference.
Families are also very different today because people are no longer always living in the same neighborhood or even the same city.
That is right. One child may live in Georgia, another may live in California, another may live in New York, grandchildren may live in different states, and some relatives may live in completely different countries.
That means the family matriarch or patriarch may not have the same personal relationship with every child, grandchild, or great-grandchild.
Some grandchildren may only visit once or twice a year. Some great-grandchildren may never have the opportunity to sit down and have a meaningful conversation with the person who helped build their family.
And once that person is gone, the opportunity to ask questions is gone as well.
You cannot go back later and ask your grandmother how she survived the most difficult period of her life. You cannot ask your grandfather how he kept the family together. You cannot ask your mother what she learned about marriage, forgiveness, business, faith, parenting, or sacrifice.
Those answers may disappear with the person.
Unless the family makes the decision to preserve them.
That is where video and audio become extremely important.
Yes, through video and audio, the family can hear the person's own voice, see their natural expressions, listen to their stories, and experience their personality from anywhere in the world.
Let us explain the actual solution. What is the Family Legacy Plan?
The Family Legacy Plan is a professionally guided family preservation experience. It helps an individual record their life story, family history, important lessons, personal values, encouragement, memories, and messages for the people they love.
So this is not simply putting photographs together with music.
No, this is much deeper than a slideshow. We sit down with the individual and guide them through meaningful questions. We talk about their childhood, family traditions, relationships, accomplishments, struggles, sacrifices, mistakes, victories, and the lessons they want future generations to understand.
Can the family participate in the process?
Absolutely. Children, grandchildren, siblings, and other relatives can submit questions they have always wanted to ask. They may ask about how the family began, where certain traditions came from, how the person handled adversity, or what advice they want to leave for younger generations.
And all of that becomes part of the final family experience?
Yes, depending on the package, the completed project may include a professionally produced interview, family photographs, restored memories, video clips, music, personal messages, family history, audio recordings, and customized chapters.
So this allows someone to tell their own story in their own words.
Exactly. Instead of allowing someone else to summarize their entire life in a few paragraphs after they pass away, they are given the opportunity to speak for themselves while they are still here.
You have mentioned the family matriarch several times. Why is preserving her voice so important?
In many families, the matriarch is the emotional center. She is the one people call when something goes wrong. She knows the family history. She remembers the birthdays. She knows who is not speaking to whom, who needs encouragement, who is struggling, and who needs to be reminded to come home.
She is often the person holding the emotional pieces of the family together.
Exactly. Now imagine that matriarch recording a personal message reminding her children and grandchildren to love one another, forgive one another, protect the family, and continue supporting each other.
That message could become extremely meaningful after she is no longer physically present.
Imagine a family experiencing conflict years later and hearing their mother or grandmother say, "No matter what happens, do not give up on each other."
That could bring people back together.
Her encouraging words could continue guiding the family. Her grandchildren could hear her talk about courage during a difficult season. Her great-grandchildren could hear her explain where they came from. Family members living across the world could still experience her voice, her facial expressions, and the emotional warmth that made her who she was.
That creates a connection that an obituary sitting inside a drawer simply cannot create.
It transforms family history from something people read into something they can see, hear, feel, and experience.
Gerard, this project is not just a business idea for you. You have your own personal experience with loss.
Yes, I lost my mother to cancer in 1984. I was young, and there were many things I did not fully understand at the time. As I grew older, I realized there were questions I still wanted to ask her. There were moments when I wanted to hear her voice, receive her advice, or hear her tell me that everything was going to be all right.
That is something many people experience after losing a parent.
Yes, when someone is here, we sometimes believe there will always be another opportunity to talk. We believe we can ask the important questions later, but later is not promised.
How has preserving and revisiting those memories helped you?
It has helped with my healing. When you can remember the encouraging words that person gave you, revisit the love they showed you, or experience their story again, it creates a feeling of connection. It does not replace the person, and it does not remove the loss. But it can remind you that their love, guidance, and encouragement are still part of your life.
And hearing someone's voice can affect you differently than simply looking at a photograph.
Absolutely. A photograph allows you to see their face. A video allows you to see their movement, hear their voice, recognize their expressions, experience their sense of humor, and remember the way they made you feel.
That can become an important part of the grieving and healing process.
Sometimes the words someone left behind become the exact words you need during one of the most difficult moments of your life.
As a Medicare specialist and insurance broker, I spend a great deal of time helping families prepare for important financial and healthcare decisions. We discuss Medicare options, health coverage, life insurance, final expenses, and how to reduce the financial burden placed on loved ones.
And that kind of preparation is extremely important.
It is essential. But there is another side of preparation that families do not always consider. Life insurance can provide financial support after someone passes away. Final expense coverage can help pay funeral costs. Healthcare planning can help protect someone while they are living. But none of those things automatically preserve the person's voice, family stories, personality, wisdom, or emotional connection.
That is why the family legacy plan can become part of a more complete family preparation strategy.
Exactly. We should prepare financially, but we should also prepare emotionally.
The financial plan helps protect the family's money. The family legacy plan helps protect the family's memories, history, values, and identity.
And when both are addressed, the family is left with financial protection and an emotional inheritance.
That is what makes this more than just a video. It becomes part of how the family prepares for the future.
Why do you believe families wait so long to have these conversations?
Because people often associate legacy planning with death, and nobody wants to think about losing someone they love.
But this experience is not supposed to feel like a funeral.
Not at all. This is about celebrating someone's life while they are still here. The interview can include laughter, music, funny stories, childhood memories, family recipes, relationship advice, mistakes, victories, and memories nobody else knows.
The actual process could bring the family closer while everyone is still living.
Absolutely. Sometimes children discover things about their parents they never knew. Grandchildren may learn what their grandparents overcame. Family members may express appreciation, forgiveness, or love that has gone unspoken for years.
So the process itself may create healing before there is ever a loss.
Yes. The greatest mistake is waiting until the only person who knows the complete story is no longer here to tell it.
The best time to preserve the story is while the person can still share it in their own words.
Do not wait until all you have left is a photograph and a memory of their voice.
Let us talk about the financial investment. What does the family legacy plan cost?
The family legacy package starts at $2,500.
What can a family receive at that starting level?
Depending on the individual project, the starting package can include a family story consultation, planning session, professionally guided interview, collection and organization of photographs and videos, audio and video production, music, editing, and a completed family keepsake experience.
And for families that want something larger?
The premium family legacy experience generally ranges from $5,000 to $10,000, depending on the length, number of participants, amount of family media, filming locations, production requirements, and level of customization.
What could be included in a premium project?
It may include multiple family interviews, documentary-style storytelling, restored photographs, several filming locations, customized family chapters, longer productions, individual messages for children and grandchildren, and messages created for future milestones.
Such as weddings, graduations, birthdays, or the birth of a new child?
Exactly. A mother or father could leave individual messages for family members to experience during important moments in their lives.
Some people may look at the investment and initially believe it is expensive.
That is understandable. But families often spend thousands of dollars on flowers, funeral services, food, printed programs, and other expenses connected to a single day. Those things serve an important purpose, but many of them are temporary. The family legacy plan creates something the family can revisit for generations.
So the value may continue increasing as time passes.
Yes, 5 years later it matters more. 20 years later it matters even more. When great-grandchildren are able to hear the voice of someone they never personally met, the value becomes difficult to measure.
Gerard, after this conversation, it is clear that the family legacy plan is not simply a memorial video.
It is a family preservation experience.
It solves the problem of voices, stories, wisdom, history, and emotional connections being lost over time.
An obituary can tell future generations when your loved one was born and when they passed away. The family legacy plan can show future generations how that person spoke, laughed, loved, encouraged, and lived.
It also makes it possible for relatives living across different states and different countries to remain connected to the same family history.
And most importantly, it allows the matriarch, patriarch, mother, father, grandparent, or loved one to tell their own story in their own voice.
Families prepare for health care. They prepare for life insurance. They prepare for final expenses. They should also prepare to preserve the emotional foundation of the family.
Our family legacy package starts at $2,500, with premium customized experiences generally ranging from $5,000 to $10,000.
Do not wait until the family wishes they had asked more questions.
Ask the questions now. Record the laughter now. Preserve the stories now. Capture the voice while the person is still here to speak.
Because one day, those recorded words may become the encouragement, comfort, and direction the family needs most.
Do not leave your family with only photographs, paperwork, and an obituary sitting inside a drawer. Leave them your wisdom. Leave them your love. Leave them your personality. Leave them the sound of your voice.
Your life is more than a beginning date and an ending date.
Your family legacy deserves to be seen, heard, felt, and remembered.
Preserve the story while it can still be told.
And preserve the voice before it becomes only a memory.